How does it feel for you in year two? It feels different just watching you. I'm wondering about you, Blake.
Oh, it feels completely different. I just feel like myself, right? I feel like, I understand the scheme now. I was in it for a year. Now going to year two, I just feel more comfortable, able to play fast, build that trust with my guys. And man, it's been a blast. This is a heck of a team.
When you say understand the scheme better and allows you to play fast, you got an example of that,
Yeah,
Blake?
when I was at Michigan, we were duo gap scheme, right? And we still, run that here, but here, we also run mid zone, outside zone, and so really just understanding where my blocks are going, really locking in the film and understanding, how to watch film on defenses. And so when I go into the game now, I have a good idea of, where the intent is to run, and I just feel very comfortable back there, and I'm able just to play fast. And when you play fast, you play good.
What's it like sharing the ball with Kyron Williams? What's your relationship like, you guys,
Oh,
Blake?
we're close, man. We really thrive off, each other's success. I love seeing him out there, make plays and then vice versa, right? And so we just feed off each other, staying fresh. It's been a great 1-2 punch this year.
And then what's it like being in the huddle with Matthew Stafford, future Hall of Famer,
Oh man,
Blake?
that is great. I couldn't be in a better position than, being in the backfield with a great like Matthew Stafford. Just a great overall guy, but really just the top tier leader when you look at him, a competitor, savage. Now he's a phenomenal.
Yeah, I know you're used to winning a championship with a guy who wears number 9. What is it like? Were you in the huddle for the snatching hearts moment, Blake?
I was not in the huddle, but when I heard Devontae say that in his interview after the game, I'm like, yep, that's something I see Matthew saying just because he's that type of competitor, and he knew we were going to win.
Yeah, and so what was your perspective then from the sideline, watching that begin, that drive
Oh,
start
I
in
had I had
Carolina?
no doubt, and that's
Ah,
just something with this team,
sure.
right? We're so even kill, throughout the whole game, whether we're up or down, whether we had to come back like we had to, but there was never no doubt, especially when you have a leader like Matthew, and then the rest of the guys, man, we're just like I said, level headed, and we knew we were going to go down there, and we play our style of ball, hard to stop.
Let's talk about you a little bit here. I brought this up on the program, Blake, when you had your first career 100-yard rushing game and 2 touchdowns. I think we got a great photograph of you high stepping your way into the end zone right there. I believe after this run, you gave Matthew Stafford the rest of the afternoon off, if I'm not mistaken, right?
That's right.
And I just remembered because, the only time I've seen you on that field with my own 2 eyes was when you were kind enough to take a picture with my son Cooper right there, who's now 6'2", believe it or not.
Oh
But there,
wow.
there you are on crutches, with your knee surgically repaired, obviously your future, who knows, right, at that time
Hmm.
on that field. Did you think about that, about how your knee was in a certain way? You couldn't play on that field when you were there as a Michigan Wolverine on that day. Obviously, it was not a day that Michigan won, but
Yeah.
now here you are on that same field, 2 touchdowns, high stepping for the Los Angeles Rams, your first 100-yard game, Blake.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I definitely thought about it. I thought about it a lot. And actually it happened again, right when we played the Vikings when the fires were going on out here, and then I was injured again with the broken arm. But I definitely thought about it, right? How life works and how you have to, fight through adversity, and then at the end of adversity is success. The way I look at it, hard times, dark times, they don't last forever. As long as you keep pushing and fighting and believing. And so, that was definitely something after that game I thought of like, dang, I've been injured twice on this field where I couldn't play in the game. And I look at God, right? My first 100-yard game, a great team win. It was phenomenal.
yeah, I thought of that again. Who knows, right? It couldn't have been easy for you to watch your teammates warm up for a national semifinal game, and you didn't know, obviously what would happen when you returned. Although those who stay do become champions, you're actually an avatar
That's
for
right.
that sort of thing as well. But and now here you are in the National Football League, getting to set to play on a divisional playoff weekend once again in the cold, trying
Hmm.
to potentially, face a division opponent for a third time. And I'm wondering how that hits you. Do you sit around and wonder about your journey at all?
Yeah, I definitely do. I sit around oftentimes and I just think about how blessed I am, right? Blessed to be in this position, blessed to have this platform, and blessed to play a game that, this is a child's game. Our running back coach, Coach G, always says, we're playing a child's game, so go have fun. And this is a game, I've been playing since 6 years old, and I've just been blessed to, be able to, reach my dreams and continue to chase my dreams, playing this game. So every time I touch the field, like I said, I look up to the sky, man. I'm blessed to be here. Let's go have fun. And so, I'm just very grateful to be in this position.
Are you one of the people that Devontae has told it doesn't get any greener in the NFL than right here with the Rams right now? Has he told that to you, Blake?
Yeah, he's said that in front of the team in an offensive meeting before, but you can see how much fun he's having this year. Obviously, last year, probably didn't have much fun in the year before that, but he's having a blast and he's contributed, so much to this team. He's added so much, fire, and he's done a phenomenal job, just his presence, right? Having a vet in the room like him, a future Hall of Famer. It's been nothing but great.
Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.